let's go right into it now. Hip hop. What makes you a hip hop scholar? Some subjects you can study objectively. You can look at something, observe it, and then form a hypothesis based on your observations. But cultural knowledge is never objective. You can't look at a culture and say, I know what it is. Or to be more accurate, you can't eat a slice of pizza, then say, I'm an expert on Italian culture. Or most people say, well, because I had a plate of spaghetti and meatballs, I can tell you about Italy. This is what is happening with hip hop. This is what happened with scholarship, period. But this was happening with hip hop's particular scholarship. People who are not the culture are teaching you the culture. This is the beginning of what needs to stop.
We have Blastmaster KRS-One. How many y'all got criminal minded? Y'all don't be blinded. Me, I got no jewels on my neck. Why? I don't need them. I got your respect.
What makes you a hip hop scholar? I am hip hop. Not I've read 10 books. I've been to the concert. I rapped in the studio. No! You are it itself. First, get the feeling. There you go. Get the feeling first. What makes you a hip hop scholar? I am the culture. That's it. Now that I am the culture, there's no external knowledge for me to go get. I'm the knowledge. I'm it. When I lift my arm, that's what hip hop does. If I walk over here and stand over here, this is where hip hop has just stood. If I leave this table, a chair, and come over here, hip hop just left from here. This is now also hip hop history. I just created it. This is recording me. Everything's recording right now. My man got a camera going. History is being made right now.
Welcome to the Renegade movement. First of all, we will begin with the history. The word renegade comes from the medieval Latin renegare, to renounce or to deny. What's interesting is the Oxford definition of the word, which describes renegade as a person who deserts and betrays an organization, country, or set of principles. And then we have the good old Urban Dictionary definition: a rebel or an outlaw. The point of all this, I guess, is to show that it's about perspective. A person can look at something and see something completely different to what you or me would see. So I guess it's for you to decide as individuals what it is that you see. Moving on. I say moving on because we have to keep it moving, basically. 2014, that's where we are. All great projects, musical or otherwise, they will start with that spark. You know, that vision for something more. It's about being inspired. Inspired to be yourself. Live your own life, live your own dreams, and inspiring others to do the same.
I don't think they're ready yet.
It's about being able to sit in a room full of like 19 people. All these people are of their own opinion. But when you're that one person who has the ability to voice your own opinion in such a passion and determination that the opinions of others become irrelevant up to that point, that's when you know that you know who you are and what you're about. And that's what the Renegade is. I'm fortunate in the fact that I live in a city, the city of Bristol that is, with so many other talented people in business, in arts, and just in life in general, that my perspective is ambiguous, if you will. And then you have the other kind of people. They know who they are, you know who they are, we know who they are. You know, the ones who choose to be an obstacle just for the sake of it. Those who will put on a show that entertains and looks so good but ultimately has no substance, nothing of value to offer. Those that will exploit for personal gain and then just disappear. For these people I say, nice try, you know, well done, round of applause. I applaud your efforts, although you didn't claim victory, all you did was feed the hunger. Moving on, that's what we do, we keep it moving. Those who know me, they know who I am. I talk the truth as I see it, or I just don't say anything. I will say this though. The time for claiming to be what you are not is over. The Renegade movement is about being genuine. The time for making something real and keeping it all to yourself, that time is over. The Renegade movement is about unity. The time for conventional ways of doing things, yeah, that's officially over too. The Renegade movement is about being creative, keeping it moving. And finally, the time for talk, conversation, debate, and discussion. That's all over. And why? Because the Renegade movement is about hard work, action for which there's no substitute. And I know what you're saying to yourself right now. You're saying, who's this guy? Well, put it simply, I'm the dreamer that found asylum, the poet without the pen, the Renegade movement, and I'll be seeing you soon. Ha!